Hello and welcome to Salford Now. I'm Cameron Gordon.
And I'm Grace O'Hare. Here's what's coming up on the programme today.
We're live at Manchester Crown Court after a woman who was jailed for a house fire killing 4 children appeals her conviction.
We join Salford University as they show their new stroke support technology at the Manchester Science Festival.
Our feline friends make an appearance as we look at a new neutering scheme for poorer areas in Salford.
And we tell you how you can get out and about this week gardening in your local parks.
Our top story today, a woman jailed after a house fire in Walkden that killed 4 children last December has appealed her conviction.
20-year-old Courtney Brearley was jailed for manslaughter earlier this year after helping her former boyfriend and an accomplice set fire to a family home.
Our reporter Matthew Lansley is joining us live from Manchester Crown Court via Skype. What can you tell us about the situation, Matt?
Cameron, yes. Courtney Brearley's appeal comes to us 10 months after the petrol bomb attack, which caused the Walkden property to burn down and claim the lives of the 4 Pearson siblings. Now, Brearley is claiming that she only took part in this attack out of fear for her then boyfriend and accomplice, Zach Bolland, and his accomplice, David Worrell. Brearley avoided a murder charge at the time, unlike her 2 accomplices, but she was later convicted on grounds of manslaughter. This sentence is 21 years in length, and she can appeal for parole halfway through. These are the charges she is appealing against.
Salford University have showcased new technology to help people recovering from a stroke. The equipment has been revealed as part of the Manchester Science Festival.
The lineup also includes a black hole art experience, an electricity exhibition, as well as an evening dedicated to human enhancement. Our reporter Danielle McHugh went to find out more. Sorry, we're having a bit of trouble getting the video. Hopefully we'll have it in a couple of seconds.
Manchester Science Festival. Produced by the Science and Industry Museum, the festival is a celebration of science and innovation for all people across Greater Manchester.
With the festival program, because for us I think that there are 3 key parts that they are really important for the DNA of the festival. One is about partnership working, the other one is about audiences, but the third one is about creativity and innovation. We are really looking at some really interesting topics, like for example our immersive experience is about black hole, is about really allowing more visitors to really feel or to experience what it will feel like to fall into a black hole. So it's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful and stunning digital artwork, which I have to say that I feel that is the most powerful immersive experience that we have done today.
Elsewhere in the museum, the Spark of Life exhibition allows visitors to be led on a journey through the history of electricity and displays a visual representation of how energy is used around Greater Manchester. This year's festival kicked off with the headline programme You Have Been Upgraded, a night which welcomed visitors into the world of tomorrow. The evening focused on testing the limits of human enhancement with some of the UK's leading scientists and researchers.
It's about creating something fun and interesting, and where you're going to come to something and be able to have like a big experience, not just one experience, and be almost overwhelmed by all of the things that you're going to get to see and experience tonight, so that you go away going, what just happened, and then have loads to process afterwards. So I think for me that's my favourite thing about any sort of festival experience.
The festival's educational partner, the University of Salford, also attended the event and showcased their research into rehabilitation technologies.
We are looking to develop technologies to assist functional movement, either improve electrical stimulation devices to help people after stroke, prosthetics to help people who are missing a limb, and walking aids to help people who are finding walking difficult due to old age and infirmity.
With enhancements like this, it's fair to say maybe one day we'll all become cyborgs. Danielle McHugh, Salford Now.
Salford residents were invited to a celebration of international cultures sponsored by Pendleton Together as part of Black History Month. Live performances included a drama group play on ethnic minorities.
Pendleton Royal Navy and Pendlebury Social Club have come together to organise the Trafalgar Day celebration in Salford. Trafalgar Day celebrates the victory of Nelson's Royal Navy against France and Spain at the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805.
Nelson himself was one of the great...
Sorry about that, it appears we have the wrong video there. So we are going to try and get the Black History Month package, and that's here now.
In celebration of Black History Month, Emmanuel Church in Salford hosted a free event known as Vibe to embrace African and Caribbean cultures.
Because Salford's really multicultural, I feel like because it's so diverse, it's important for people to get together and learn about different cultures and stuff like that.
I'm quite new to Manchester, and just something that we need to be celebrating, talking about, and just kind of insisting upon, that this is something that's brilliant about Salford and Manchester.
The event highlights included a drama group performing a black and minority ethnic play.
I had to tell my children that I was poverty.
And I should have forgiven her and stayed with her and helped her.
And an Ethiopian coffee ceremony.
If you come in my house, I'm not giving you whiskey, I'll give you coffee. Different coffee, unique coffee, it's only me in Salford.
Irfan Saeed speaks on why it's so important for such an event to exist.
So it gives them a chance to come out of their homes, to talk to people. But what it also helps is actually to help mix different communities so that they can talk to each other, they can see the cultures, the music, and what happens is that the crime rate, the hate crime gets down.
The event continued with more live performances and the community enjoying different foods from all over the world. Deborah Makundu, Salford Now.
And as you may have just seen, the Pendleton Royal Naval Association celebrated Trafalgar Day on Sunday. Members of the Royal Navy and veterans joined together to honour Britain's victory against France and Spain in 1805. Our reporter Priya Matharu went to join in with the celebration.
Pendleton Royal Navy and Pendlebury Social Club have come together to organise the Trafalgar Day celebration in Salford. Trafalgar Day celebrates the victory of Nelson's Royal Navy against France and Spain at the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805.
Nelson himself was one of the greatest mariners, if not the greatest naval leader, and a lot of people don't necessarily know what he's done. So it's very good for the British culture, and also the other side is the history behind the Battle of Trafalgar and what he did. And for the next 100 years from that, Britain ruled the waves. We are an island nation, we have a strong navy, and I think it's important that we do celebrate it.
This has brought the people of Salford together. It's the first, I've been told it's the first time they've done it, and it has brought people together and it reminded people what has gone on wrong in the past.
People from all over Salford have come here at the Pendlebury Social Club to celebrate with a day full of music, food and entertainment. Members of the Royal Navy as well as Army veterans have all come to socialise and share their stories.
I joined the Merchant Navy when I was 16 and the local branch asked me to join the Royal Navy Association, so I did.
I served 18 months on the Ark Royal, two sessions out in the Far East, and was out in the Far East doing, what was he doing?
He was a
peacekeeping force out in the Far East, which I only found out 50 years later when they come and presented me with a medal for doing it.
Trafalgar Day has helped build a network for the armed forces and has brought together the people of Salford to honour an important day in history. Priya Matharu, Salford Now.
And if you have a cat in the room, they may want to leave now. 7 postcodes in Salford are eligible to neuter their cats for £5 under a new cats protection scheme.
The charity says it's important because it targets specific problem areas. Our animal welfare correspondent Liv Lofthouse tells us more. She will in a second. Once again, we're just having a little bit of problems getting the images. And we will have those images soon. I'm sorry for the issues. And here it is now.
With thousands of unwanted cats in the UK, one of Cats Protection's key aims is to champion neutering. Cats Protection Salford and Manchester are offering £5 neutering for households in certain postcodes to help combat the problem.
Basically anyone who's on any form of sort of like benefit or low income, or even people who are retired and receiving a pension, students as well, you're entitled to it if you live in the specific postcodes.
The scheme cuts the cost of neutering by £35 in a male cat and £55 in a female cat. It is widely available, with this scheme being offered in Earlham, Eccles, Worsley, Pendleton and Swinton.
The campaigns are really important because they are targeting specific areas where we look at the barriers why people don't neuter their cats, and a lot of the time it is financial because it can be quite expensive, especially in sort of like the more urban areas.
The procedure is a quick operation, with the cat returning home on the same day and recovering fully in 2 weeks.
We encourage owners of cats to bring them along to neuter them because it really helps out them health-wise, as well as not wanting to have unwanted kittens and litters. Boys, tomcats, they tend not to want to roam so far. They tend not to need to fight. Obviously if they're roaming and fighting, they can get run over, also there could be that risk of spreading disease.
You can find the full list of qualifying postcodes and participating vets on our website, salfordnow.com. Liv Lofthouse, Salford Now.
Matthew Taylor is here with all our sports news. So, Matt, I hear Salford City did well this weekend.
Oh, what a weekend, Grace, for Salford City. So, Salford City beat Marine FC 2-0 to put them through to the first proper round of the FA Cup. It's the second time in the club's history that they have made it to this stage, and the draw will take place this evening, and Salford are ball number 59. Prop forward Craig Kopchak has left Salford Red Devils today and has signed a one-year contract with Wakefield. And now a story budding Salford footballers. CP Northwest begin their debut season in the Cerebral Palsy Sport National CP Football League in Nottingham this weekend and are looking for Salford players and coaches to join them. Our reporter Beth Collinson spoke to their coach Jamie Pratt.
We need to establish more numbers, definitely grow the adult team, as it were, and then next year obviously if we can get more coaches involved, more interest, more exposure, then we will look to create sort of under 16s and more youth teams as well to, as I say, grow and establish ourselves as a club.
And a fun fact for you Salford rugby fans out there, on this day in 1878, the first floodlit rugby match was played between Swinton and Broughton. And apparently, Cameron, half the pitch was in entire darkness. They're still trying to shine a light on why that was the case.
That was a terrible joke, but I can't imagine going to watch a rugby match and only getting to see half it. That'd be awful.
And so Salford City Council have given their endorsement to 2 taster days supporting Salford Green Fingers. They will provide equipment and refreshments for gardeners whilst they work in Albert Park.
And now it's going to be over to Joe Doherty with the weather, and hopefully it's going to clear up a bit after this cloudy week. Yet again, we're just struggling a bit getting the weather, but I promise we're going to have it any second now.
Hopefully it's nice and sunny.
Thank you, studio. This week for half term, the weather's going to be a bit of a mixed bag, unfortunately. You're going to have an overcast week with highs of about 12-13 degrees roughly. On Saturday, you are going to see some sunny spells, so that might be the day to take everyone out, though sadly it won't be more than 8 degrees. Thank you very much, studio.
And that's all we have time for today on Salford Now. Really apologise for all the technical difficulties.
Yeah, and to keep up with all your latest news, follow Salford Now on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll be back at the same time again tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.